everybody. Fun fact, on March 31st, 2016, I stood in line and reserved a Model 3. Well, that night before the reveal, I actually reserved another one. And it's taken this long to get to a point where we could actually get the second one. It finally came down to the line. I wanted to make sure I got my Model 3 before the tax credit got cut in half again at the end of June. So I'm in Red Leader, and my wife has actually been driving this car for the past week because we sold the Leaf that she was driving, and I've been riding around with my son as he gets his hours in to get his driver's license in a Chevy Volt. She's been driving the car and she loves it, and you know, all she knows is that we were going to look for a new car before the end of the summer when my son would start driving to school on his own. She has no idea that I've had this second reservation for three years and 2 months. Yeah. Yeah, long time. I've had this second reservation as a surprise. First thing I've got to do is change the name. And my wife has always called this car Tessie, so I'm going to reset the name to Tessie. And we'll see if she even notices that. I also need to switch my steering wheel out, but I think if I do that right now, she's going to notice. She's going to know something's up. So I'll leave that and I'll just switch that after I get back from Charlotte. So I'm here at the Asheville outlets. I drove my son's Chevy Volt to get out here. So a side note, the Volt is actually kind of a cool starter EV. Originally my son wanted a true EV, but you can't get anything with any range for under $20,000 still used. So we went with the Volt, and so far he's driven it 359 miles and used 1 gallon of gas, which isn't too bad. I think for a teenager, this is probably a really good car. You know, most of the time they're not going to be driving, but you know, when my son goes off to college, he can take this car with him.
Your mom goes to college.
Came out to the outlets to hitch a ride with one of the members of our club. So I get to take a ride down to Hickory in a Model S, and then head from Hickory to Charlotte with another Tesla owner. So we're on our way to Hickory to the superchargers, and I hitched a ride in this Model S with Ken, who's a member of the Western North Carolina Tesla Owners Club. Hi, Ken.
Hi, Mike. We're having a good drive.
Yeah, it's a nice drive.
Believe it or not, we're talking about Teslas.
Oh yeah, that's a surprise. So he was nice enough to let me hitch a ride down to Hickory from Asheville. And now we're about to meet up with Brian and get a ride to Charlotte to pick up my car. So now we're on our way from Hickory to Charlotte to pick up the car, and I'm here with Brian.
What's up, everybody?
I think everybody knows who he is, so I don't need to introduce him. This is the first time somebody's picked up a passenger in the Tesla network. We're gonna drive down to Charlotte and pick up my new Performance 3. All right, here we are. Somewhere in this parking lot is my new car.
Should be inside.
Oh, somewhere inside is my new car. Or that one up front.
I've never been here.
Wow, so many.
She might be right there.
Yeah,
Up front.
that might be it right there.
Perfect.
All right, so I got my car. Here it is.
Beautiful. Fit and finish is much better than it used to be. Everything's lined up. There was one piece of trim they had to adjust, but other than that, it's great. Looks amazing. So now I get to drive it home. Just wanted to say thanks to Brian.
Oh, thanks for
Bring
letting
me
me come
down.
out. It's always fun coming here. This is the funnest thing you could buy.
Definitely. The original plan was to surprise my wife. She really had no idea that I reserved 2 Model 3s and that I was going to pick this up that day. I really didn't know if her reaction would be positive or negative, not knowing that I was buying this kind of car. But she was actually very happy. She ended up being sick, so the surprise was kind of ruined. I was going to just have it parked at home when she got home and film her reaction, but she actually went home sick that day, which never happens. So she was already home in bed when I got home with it. But she was happy because now she's not driving a Nissan Leaf. She's driving a Model 3. And I'm happy because I'm driving a really fast Model 3. So I've had my car almost 2 weeks and I love it, but I have to drop it off at the detailer shop now and leave it for about 10 days. Getting a few things done. I've already done a few myself. So I've shown pictures of the rear end and the front end, so I'll give you a glimpse of that, but let's just say it'll be a unique car. Hopefully not too much, but we'll see. In a couple more weeks, I'll be able to show you the final product. It's gonna look great, I think. So anyway, thanks again to Brian. I actually went down and borrowed some jack stands to lift my car up. And I'll put the link to that video in the comments. I'll put a link to that video in the description, and check that one out. Just make sure you're subscribed to his channel if you're not. He's if you want to know anything about Model 3s, if you want to see what you can take apart and change around, that's the channel to watch. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.